I sail from a cove where the warm trade winds blow and the silver blue dolphins glide, where the rum's always strong and the nights run long and the tide is a thief at your side. When the moon's riding high and the lanterns are low and the waves start to shimmer bright, come aboard, cast away, let the sea have its say on another Caribbean night. Caribbean nights, like Caribbean days, more often than not, they're wilder than not, in the boldest of ways. Caribbean nights, neath Caribbean stars. Oh, rogue with a grin, could win or give in, out there past the bars. Oh, the drums on the shore keep a whispering lore of the captains who never came home, and the gulls overhead cry of treasure and dread where the reefs hide a kingdom of bone. But the breeze tastes the spice and the gamble feels right when your heart's set on freedom's bite. Raise a toast, stake your claim, let the world know your name on another Caribbean night. Caribbean nights. Caribbean nights.
I had to move inside. The car was hot. And he was getting on my nerves. Anyway. So, to kick things off, I'm going to start with an idea that was given to me by a friend of mine who I met through the gathering. He goes by Archaeopirate. He is tagged down below. He gave me the idea of a pirate-themed one where it's pirates versus the East India Trading Company. I figure we'll do a, let me think here, 7v7. Captains, first mates, gunnery crew 3, and boarding party captains 2. So, 7v7, Marvel versus DC. Who's going to be which? Give me a second. Ha! I have a coin. It has a skull and crossbones and a tree. I believe it's a tree of life. I think it's that simple. So, I'm going to flip for Marvel. And if it lands skull and crossbones, they are the pirates. The tree, they are the East India Trading Company. Here we go.
Skull and crossbones. Marvel is the pirates.
All right, 7v7, Marvel versus DC. Marvel's the pirates, DC is the East India Trading Company. Let's go. All right, first up, captain of the pirate ship. Let's... Oh, I'm afraid. Peter? What are you doing? Did somebody go after Aunt May again? Alright, DC, captain of the East India Trading Company ship. I'm disappointed and also not surprised. Yeah. Alright, Marvel, first mate, pirate crew under Captain Spider-Man. Oh, there's got to be a real good explanation for this one. Still trying to figure out what that might be. Anyway, DC, first mate. Oh boy. Okay. 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 Alright, Marvel, Pirate, Gunners Crew. You know what? I'm just going to run these 3 in a row. So, first up, first member of the Marvel Pirate Gunners. This could be all kinds of bad. Well, does he need to use a cannon? Can he? Okay, second member of the Marvel Gunner team. It's an odd choice. It's okay, but odd. And then the final member of the Marvel Gunners team is that's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. Okay. DC's Gunner team, first member of the Gunner team, is okay. Wouldn't have been my first choice. Wouldn't have been my first choice, or second, or third. Okay, so second member of the DC Gunners team. That works. That works. Yeah, that works. Okay. Final member of the DC Gunners team. Hopefully something to balance. Well, I mean, I was about to say balance the scales. You get what you ask for, I guess. Hopefully it helps. Alright, now the boarding crew. We'll just assign captains to the boarding crews. First boarding crew captain, Marvel. If there's anything left of the ship to board. This is a problem. DC, assuming you still have a ship left, to fight. Yeah, who's your first boarding captain? Don't trust her. All right. Final member, Marvel crew, second boarding captain. If you need one. Oh boy. I need somebody to explain this team, this crew. I mean, because okay, DC, you're gonna have to dig deep here, and you gotta pull something out. You gotta pull something out, because this is not going well for you. It's not. Final secondary boarding captain, final member of the DC crew. Just. Yep.
Norseforged Gathering 6, and my voice is shot, so you'll have to forgive the more sexy inflection, if you will. However, I decided it'd be fun to go through and look at all the peace offerings that people left Bobo. My friend Iron Captain left me a bottle of Viking blood, imported from Denmark, don't you know? Based on a recipe from the 1700s, Viking blood is infused with hibiscus and ginger. And while opened off camera, I have yet to taste this, which I will now be remedying. You like the shot glass, by the way? You might recognize it if you tuned into the Spell Shots Against Humanity stream last summer. Oh my goodness. Oh. That is absolutely gorgeous. The honey from the mead, mixing with the hibiscus, with the ginger coming up through the back. This is absolutely delightful. Oh, man. This is absolutely going back in the pantry, and I will be saving it for a long time yet. It's not the only mead I was gifted, as my friend Archaeopirate also gave me some Moonjoy Meadery Pirate's Blunder, pineapple, banana, caramel, and rum barrel chips. It's a rum-flavored mead. Although, unlike the Viking's Blood, which comes with a cork, this comes with a cap, which means I'll have to wait for a special occasion to open it. Spell shots. Gentlemen, I think it's time.
Shots against humanity. A love child of various origins, to say the least. Inspired by the Hot Asian DM's video on replacing spell slots with shots of alcohol, and Shez Aiden's wizard battles. Also Hot Asian DM's video on using the white cards from Cards Against Humanity. Like when people have to roll roll perception. Okay, what do I see? The white half of Barack Obama. Like that. But those are now the spells. It is a tournament bracket style wizard duel. 2 wizards enter, 1 remains. And then 2 more enter, and then 1 remains. And then another 2 enter, and then 1 remains. And then another 2 enter, and 1. At the beginning of each round, 2 wizards enter the arena with 30 HP. A coin toss determines who casts first. The first wizard to cast will say, I cast, takes a shot, draws a card, and they have to say what's on that card. It is then up to the commentators to describe what has taken place on the field. Now, of course, after casting, the wizard rolls a d20 to determine damage, and that plays in to what the commentators describe happening on the field. Now, if there are certain lines you will not cross, we understand that, but understand that if you draw said card that you will not say, you have to take a second shot of alcohol. Magical backlash, it's a bitch. Needless to say, the whole affair is naughty debauchery at its best, and goddammit, I wouldn't have it any other way. There is a bit of a catch with these, however. This up-and-coming round of spell shots against humanity, which time and date has yet to be decided, has in the past been a charity event, and so will this. Our friend Defying Cupcake recently had a bout with cancer, and we hosted the stream as a way to help raise money to help her financial situation. It has since returned, and so shall spell shots, as well as the Lookout Cleans Up Cancer stream, which will take place later in the summer, as next week, Derek as Kami, Homebrew Himbo, Military Fox, and myself are all going to dress up in costumes, with Derek dressing up as a butler, for he has a special role to play. More will be discussed on that later. But we're going to play Goblin Cleanup Crew. For the Lookout Cleans Up Cancer stream, we're going to spend virtually all day playing games that revolve around cleaning shit up in maid outfits. Now back to the spell shots. In the future, when we host spell shots, sometimes it will be spell shots against humanity, and other times it will be spell shots for charity. Against Humanity will more or less just be a group stream. A few select people will be chosen to participate, and it'll all be for laughs. But when we do it for charity, the winner of the tournament will have all of the money raised during that stream donated to a charity of their choosing. Whoever said nothing good ever came from drinking alcohol? I mean, my parents drank, and I'm here.
Let's try this again, shall we? Welcome to the 55th episode of Rogue Bard Advice, a D&D TTRPG nerdcast, if you will, where I, your host, the rogue thief pirate archaeologist, Captain Bartholomew Bones McCoy, sometimes also known as Chris, delve deep into the questions that you guys send me, or don't send me, and I still delve deep into something. Now, if you were in here for the beginning of the podcast, this week's podcast, about, 20 minutes ago, you will notice that I didn't have any sound. Well, that's because this mic is finicky. And it's not the mic. it's a PEBCAC problem. And for those of you who don't know what a PEBCAC is a problem that exists between the chair and the computer. Now, and I'm going to show you exactly what happened because I didn't need to go through any of the things that I went through. Somehow, or my volume knob. That's my gain knob. That right there. That freaking thing. Yeah. I told you you're going to laugh at me, Kirk. I told you you're going to laugh at me. It's a piratey problem. I don't know how that knob got turned. I don't turn that knob. I don't touch it. So that was the issue an hour ago when I couldn't, when we didn't have sound. So this is a super secret extra episode now. This is the episode, Kevin. This is the episode. Super secret. Jim had to go to sleep. He went nighty-night because he had tests today and everything else. Yokai, she has her first 5K of the year tomorrow. So it's a conspiracy of chairs. Hey. You know, you flip the R and the I and get rid of the A, and it's a conspiracy of Chris. I think that's a conspiracy in itself. But with that, there's so much I wanted to talk about. And I'm glad that the Pirates plunder, Popo said Pirates blunder, but it's plunder, Plunder, was the mead that I have been talking about for the last year, everyone. That's the mead that I reached out to Moonjoy Meadery for and had them create the flavor profile. Now, Moonjoy added the caramel. I didn't have the caramel in there. However, the caramel makes all the difference because it tastes like a Banana Foster's. Only alcoholic. Or is Banana Foster's alcoholic? I don't know. I've never had Banana Foster's really, but once. But it tastes like Banana Foster's. And people get different profiles out of it. Some people get more banana out of it. Some people get more pineapple out of it. Some people just get the caramel. Kevin's headset is annoying. Volume changer that accidentally rub against and turn up way too high or low sometimes. Thought it was my headset wasn't working. Wants to do that. That's what I get. Every single time this shite does that, it pisses me off. Gotta trust the professional alcoholics. Yes, and if you go to Moonjoy's website, Moonjoy Meadery, those of you who are located close by, they are in Lenore, North Carolina, and they do ship. So, Kirk, they will ship alcohol out to you. Now, don't be expecting any Pirates plunder because they sold completely out at the Norseforged gathering. They sold completely out of the Pirates plunder before they sold out of the gathering's own mead. The mead they created for the gathering. Now, mine was created for the gathering too because that was a deal I made with them. That I wanted to have it to sell and to do at this gathering. It does. It's fermented honey. So the Pirates Plunder was brewed in June of last year. It was bottled in November, and it's been aging completely for a year. I don't know how many bottles they brewed. I know I spent $260 because I told them if they would brew it, I'd buy a case, a complete case. So I got 12 bottles. I have 2.5 bottles left. Now, I didn't drink all the bottles. Popo obviously got one of my bottles. There was some others that got bottles. Um, and yeah, so, and I did mention, I did see Kirk on the last stream mention something about the beard. Yes, I went full out with the tentacly thingies for the beard, and so you guys could get the full effect. Oh, come on. And so you guys can get the full effect. Look at your captain now. I think the beard in this and the long hair just makes it work, don't you guys? Ha ha. No, they gave it to me at wholesale, Kevin. These are $30 bottles. They're $30 bottles. So yeah, it's not too bad. Not so. But anyway, ultimately, I had fun this weekend performing. I performed 2, 4. I performed in 10 different shows. 6 were pirate recruitment shows, and 4 were a show for another friend. She needed our help. So there are some meads that are pricier than that. Now, Kirk, just beware. This is a 15% ABV mead. So, but they will be making it. It's sold so well, they're going to be adding it to their menu as a permanent staple, I think. And it's weird to them. They hold on a minute. It's weird for them because they only brewed this. This was the first time they brewed this, and it turned out phenomenal. Like they didn't have to adjust anything. They just threw everything together and pirated it worked. So we do have one question tonight, and I'm trying to drag this out as long as possible because it's the only question we have. But we do have things to talk about the gathering. Now, I'm not going to talk about anything of the bad. I'm going to talk about the good. Unfortunately, they will have to move locations next year, and I'm not going to discuss the wins or the whys, because I just don't know. But we're getting too big for the location that we have. Well, I mean, we could leave. I could leave this question for next week. I mean, we could go straight into the Deadly Dungeon because we got to move those. We got to move those along. Unless you just want to sit here and chat about my 5 days in the woods. there's not a lot to talk about. I mean, we did well. The pirates, the pirate encampment, we recruited pirates, made some new friends. That's what we talk about. That's what we talk about. I made some new friends. And not just any friends. We all know last year, at last year's gathering, I made friends with Taco Reacts. And some of you will not know who these are because some of you don't follow the Tiki Takis. But some of you may. So, last year I made friends with Taco Reacts and Queen of Vikings and a whole slew of other people. This year, there's more people that showed up. I finally was able to meet and make friends with Badge 502, EMT Badge 502, otherwise known as Anthony, if you follow him on his Instagram. You don't want to do the Deadly Dungeon. You're pretty annoyed with how people voted. What do you mean? What do you mean? People voted for James Bond instead of Xena? Or people voted for Flash Gordon instead of Chuck Norris? And there's a reason people voted for Flash Gordon instead of Chuck Norris is because Flash Gordon, well, Chuck Norris never had Queen as a backing music. I mean, you can't go against Queen. But if you don't want to do the Deadly Dungeon, we'll just wait. But back on to the people I met. We met Badge 502, Anthony. He's the one who does the if it ain't got a flared bass. And I finally met Mark. Mark is also Fire Monkey Forge or No Panic button. Him and myself and Archeo Wolf and Popo, we're all supposed to be playing that D&D game with Military Fox, remember? Well, that's been put on, not indefinite hold, but it's still put on hold. Things have been happening in Fox's life that need to be addressed before we can start playing games. You think you've heard of No Panic Button? Well, let me tell you, he's a great guy. And then of course, Kyrian or Syrian, just call me 2-liter. I know his name starts with a K and it's something like Kyrian or something like that, but it's just easier to call him. Just call me 2-liter. He was there. Archeo Wolf was there. Who else was there? Oh, I got to meet Allie the Piper. She plays the bagpipe. She actually played for the Super Bowl halftime show or one of the halftime shows for Indianapolis last year. No, I don't think it's Killian. I think it's Kyrian. But I just call him 2-liter or the curse because he does a thing with another with himself, but he puts on dark tinted glasses and he becomes the curse. It's the only oldest living thing outside of everything. He was there at the very beginning. The curse was. No, I think it's spelled. I think it's spelled like kind of like Cillian Murphy's first name, but with a K. Carrion. I don't. We're not getting stuck on it. It's just he's 2-liter. but he's out. He's from the Bay Area. He's from San Francisco. Um, but yeah, so they're all good people. And the last person I met on Sunday night was Autumn Ivy. She's a voice actress, you TikToker. She's just awesome. Um, but there were reasons why I met some of these people, and it's because I needed to give them a copy of me book so that they could read the book and they could give me critique on the book and give me review of my book so we can promote my book so it can finally go into publishing so that y'all can purchase my book. Oh, there were people from Kevin, there were people from San Francisco, Washington State, Canada. We had Bacon was there. Bacon was there from the UK. And news on Bacon, her job has been running her ragged, and 3 a.m. in the UK is kind of is she's sleeping because she has to work. So that is why she has been missing the the live streams, but she has been catching the streams on replay. So she is still heavily involved with this. We love Bacon. We miss Bacon. We wish Bacon all the well in her job and everything. And I got something in my mustache right there that's shiny, and I don't know what it is. It's gone now. Cool. But I know. But she's got to work. She's got to pay the bills somehow. So, but so yeah. And I do have I do have preliminary reviews of my book. I gave people excerpts of my book to read. Excerpts. Small little chapters and small little sections of chapters to read. Well, after reading those sections, people wanted to know where they could buy my book because they wanted my book. I don't know how to take that. I know I'm supposed to take that as I did a good job. But I wasn't planning on publishing until July or August till I get my feedback from. But those feedbacks, that's promising feedback. So, August, I'm looking to, whether I get feedback or not, I'm looking to publish in August. Books will be going on sale, $30 a pop. And I think that's reasonable for the size of the book and everything else and everything. I only made 10 advanced reader copies, and those all got personalized with personalized numbers and personalized inscriptions and everything else. Well, Kevin, I do appreciate that. I unfortunately don't have copies available to send out for either free or money. So, but when I do, and when I make the website and everything else, it's all going to be for sale on a website. I don't know if I'm going to sell it through Amazon or if I'm going to sell it through Ingram Spark or whatnot, because if I do, they get mass amount of percentages of my profits, and that cuts into my profit. So, yeah, At least if I publish through them. But if I sell through them, I don't even know how I could sell through them without publishing through them. But that's a problem for another day. I can and I will be sharing it PDF version for I don't know how much I'm going to charge for the PDF version, but sorry. I do have my ISBNs for everything. For a hardback copy, for a paperback copy, for everything. I'm hoping, and that's what I'm looking at is direct sales first. So I do have something that I wanted to show you guys. Is it here? Where is it? Where is it? I thought it was here. It was here. I will show it to you guys next time because I can't find it right now. But a friend of mine at the gathering gave me a book, and that is how I want the book when I publish it. If I could find a publisher who would do it this way, that's exactly how I want it published. She gave me a leather-bound book that has a leather strap around it for a tie, and that is exactly what I was looking for when I wanted to publish this thing. So, my vid looks like that bag was in a bag of holding. What bag? This bag? I do have stickers. I do have stickers. Or were you talking about this bag? Now this bag is a special bag because it's the Pirate Fashions bag. Haha. Oh. Well, that's because I got the background on. I wish I had that book. I don't know where I put that book. Anyway. Send me an email or send me fine. Let me see something. Hold on a minute. Damn it. That's not what I wanted. What format do you want it, Kevin? I didn't forget your email. I'm just Yeah, right. Well, I forgot that I still have everything keyed. And I don't have a stream table, so everything's still keyed on my keyboard. So I forgot that when I hit the back arrow, when I'm trying to type something, it goes to the be right back thing. I'm trying to figure out how much I should sell. Okay. All right, Kevin. Here you go. Oh no. It's edited. It's edited. It's ready to go. I was just waiting to publish it till I got review blurbs for it. Well, if you want extra fancy hardback, I really wish. Hold on a minute. Be right back.
Oh, I sail from a cove where the warm trade winds blow and the silver blue dolphins glide, where the rum's always strong and the nights run long and the tide is a thief at your side. When the moon's riding high and the lanterns are low and the waves start to shimmer bright, come aboard, cast away, let the sea have its say on another Caribbean night. Caribbean nights, like Caribbean days, more often than not, they're wilder than not, in the boldest of ways. Caribbean nights, neath Caribbean stars. Oh, rogue with a grin, could win or give in, out there past the bars. Oh, the drums on the shore keep a whispering lore of the captains who never came home, and the gulls overhead cry of treasure and dread, where the reefs hide a kingdom of bone.
And we're back. Sorry for that. I had to go out to the pirate ship so I could get this. Now, this is what I was talking about. This is the leather book with the leather wrap strap that folds like this and ties and everything. This is what I want for the special editions of my novel. But I have to find a publisher who can bind this, who can publish like this. So, if you would like to wait for this, this is what I'm looking for to publish my novel. Now, I don't know if this is even big enough. My novel is actually quite a bit thicker than that. But, yes, it's real leather. Yes, that's what I'm saying. this is what I'm wanting my novel to look like, at least for the special edition. This is going to be like a $60 to $120 copy right here, depending on how intricate I want with it. Because if it's going to be this, I don't know if I'm going to have gold embossing on the back side and a gold title embossing on the front side kind of thing, or if it's just going to be leather with the gold emboss. It has to have the gold embossing here. Has to, with gold letter embossing. Yeah, but doing that, Kirk, if I can get it, because see, this is a soft cover, but the soft cover books that I got when I got my novel published, they're almost like those plastic soft covers. Like it's paper, but it's the glossy finish soft cover books, kind of like they're not bad, but not what I envisioned for my book. Now it's got a great cover on it. I put a great leather image on my on my uh on my cover, and it spans the entire way, but it's just not something that that's what I was going for. I'm happy with my book, but that's the ultimate copy right there. I probably will, Kirk. I probably need to find somebody. Well, that's just it, Kevin. This is patterned leather. I don't know if you can see that. That's patterned leather. That's, while it looks plain. You know what? Let me turn this off, because that's getting annoying. Let me turn the background off real quick so you guys can see this. That is patterned. It's cowhide leather. It's real leather. It's and for what the book is, I think something like this would be phenomenal in a bookstore. That's embossing. That's embossing, Kevin. I see. This even has I gotta do something. This even has an emblem embossed right there, but I have to take a picture of this to see. Hold on a minute. I want to say something. This item features a Manufactus branded logo embossed on brown leather, indicating it is a luxury handmade leather product from Italy. This was manufactured in Italy. Manufacturer's brand is recognized for its high quality leather bindings and personalization services. So I may have to. The binding of Manufactus is a leader in the international scene in the design and manufacture of paperbacks.
In all Manufactus stores, you can find wax seals and composer.
Una nostra cliente ci ha fatto una richiesta.
So I may have to. I may have to find them in Italy. See, okay. I don't know if you can see it. That's what I'm looking for. See how see the embossing on the leather? That's what I'm looking for my book. Yeah, here you go, Kevin. That's what I'm looking for my book. I know not a lot of people make or restore books by hand anymore, but the story that I'm presenting needs to be something in something like this. So, I wish they were around on every corner. I'm just scrolling through my since he popped up. Badge 502 posted photos. I don't know that. Yeah, Badge 502 and I got a photo together. Matter of fact, where are my Badge 502 photos? I thought Badge 502 and I got photos together. I'll have to post those later. Maybe. But again, that's coming. That's the special edition of the book. So that's not going to be that's going to be the special edition hardcover book. The regular soft cover of the book is going to be what I get from Ingram Spark. So, hey, look at that. We are 53 minutes into this stream. And we didn't do any questions. We didn't do any Deadly Dungeon. We will leave that for next week. Send me questions, everybody. Send me more questions than what's the first issuance of somebody impersonating somebody. I do want to make this announcement here. I made it in the Discord, but I also want to make it here. If you send me questions for myself and Archeo Wolf, be known that I will not be reaching out to Archeo Wolf for the duration of the summer because he will be quite busy. Is my eyes blue? Or is that just the blue in my eyes coming out? My eyes are hazel, people. My eyes are green and blue, but sometimes, depending on the background I have, the blue pops or the green pops. So I'm just noticing my eyes, they're freaking blue. My eyes haven't been that blue since fucking high school. But all of my editions will be signed if you want them. If you want an inscription, hilariously personalized comment, I can do that too. But yeah, So where was I? Where was I before I was talking about it? Oh, so Archeo Wolf will be busy with fire season this year. Extremely busy with fire season. Like if they have something, he's gone for 14 days. That's how busy he's going to be this year. So if you have any questions for myself and him to discuss when we're doing our joint podcast, let me know and we will put those aside. I already got like 3 or 4 of them ready to go aside. So when fire season ends, this year's fire season is looking to be rough. While Noah has predicted a below average hurricane season, I'm predicting a higher than average hurricane season, just based on what's happening in the Pacific and what's happening in the Atlantic, and my own personal knowledge of last year's hurricane season was crap. This year's hurricane season is going to be not crap. And by not crap, I mean crap was we didn't get hit by a hurricane, which was good, but not crap is going to be we're getting slammed this year. And I don't know where we're getting slammed. I don't know if it's Florida going to get slammed or if it's somewhere up the East Coast, but we're going to get slammed this year. I don't know if Texas is going to get hit or Louisiana is going to get hit again, but we're going to get slammed. Well, here's the thing with that, Kirk. That's what they say. Big El Nino means less hurricanes because the shear that's coming off of the El Nino shears away the hurricanes and calms the Atlantic. However, the El Nino is still ramping up. And that only works if the Atlantic is cold. And by cold, I mean like in the 60s. In March, the Atlantic was already in the 80s. The ocean was already in the 80s. The dome that usually happens and shears away the hurricanes hasn't produced yet because the El Nino in the Pacific is still spinning up. It's still ramping up. They're not predicting the El Nino to ramp up until September, which by that time, July or June is when hurricane season starts. Hurricane season starts in what? 3 days? June 1st? You got to remember, 30 years ago in 1992 or 94 when Andrew hit, the Atlantic Ocean was in the 60s at this time. Yes, that's exactly why you're upset. A warm Atlantic. And yeah, hurricane season should be now. However, you also got to pay attention to what's coming off of the north coast of Africa. And because the north of Africa is in a rainy season right now, and they have had rainstorms, massive rainstorms, nobody's paying attention to that. The sandstorms that usually attribute to the to the shearing of the hurricanes in the Caribbean and the Atlantic coming off of Africa, mixing with the El Nino stuff, they haven't been happening because it's been a wet summer or a wet spring in the north of Africa. And if it's a wet spring in the north of Africa, then the storms are going to hit the storms are going to come off the west coast of Africa and just start spinning up rapidly. So, but I'm not a meteorologist. I keep telling everybody, you know what meteorology means in Latin? It really doesn't. But I tell everybody, you know what meteorologist means in Latin? It means liar. So, with that being said, it's been an hour, everybody. Thank you for joining me on this 55th episode of Rogue Bard Advice. So, one, Kevin, Africa will revegetate in about 20,000 years. The North Africa will revegetate in about 20,000 years. Every 20 to 50,000 years, they go through a cycle. And their last cycle was about 30,000 years ago. So, we won't see it. We won't see the revegetation, but there are small pockets that get wet and start to grow. But if we want the entire North Sahara to revegetate itself, that's going to be about 20,000 years from now. Yeah. It wasn't my chair. My chair was behaving. I did figure out how to actually pair my chair, because my chair's got speakers. I did figure out how to pair my chair with my computer recently, but oh look, it's my chair pillow. My chair pillow. I have to put that on because it popped off. But by the time North Africa, and I'll tell you this, Kevin, by the time North Africa revegetates, the Strait of Gibraltar will be gone, and the Mediterranean Sea will be a Mediterranean lake. I know I wasn't going to do the Deadly Dungeon, Kevin. You said no. You said no. And that's okay. We talked about other things. Like I said, I got this all prepped and everything ready to rock and roll for next week. Then it's fine. We just did a test run to figure out why I had no volume. This button right here, this scrolly wheel, this scrolly wheel thingy. But it's been fun catching up with all you people, with all you everybody's out there. Please send me questions. Matter of fact, I want to thank everybody for being here, and I wanted to thank everybody for still supporting me after 55 episodes. We are a little over halfway to our 100, which is what the Bard Father did before he called it quits. Speaking of the Bard Father, last I heard from the Bard Father, let me see. I can pull this up, and I can pull this up. Let's see. 519, the Bard Father posted in the Florida Man RPG Discord server. Another great one for a random encounter table. Apparently, exclusive. Florida Man arrested for using a frozen squirrel as a weapon during an argument at a Waffle House. He's apparently finished moving into the new place, and unpacked and everything else, and they're looking. Thatch updated on the 21st of March. A few quick updates on the Florida Man art world and a little about the Kickstarter. The Kickstarter's not live yet, or else I would have posted it. I was trying to find it. It's not there yet. After the last meeting with Chaz, we are fully switching over to getting the Kickstarter page assets made and promotional materials up for review. Now, when they go up for review at the Kickstarter, it takes about 2 weeks for them to review it, and then it happens. To date, they have brought just shy of 70 artworks from the Mad World of Florida Man to completion. Look for a few of them and the speed painting videos to be posted in the Art Corner channel going forward each week. This will include some of what we will be in the Kickstarter, but also exclusive works that we will not be sharing anywhere else till the books are done. Already, the community has started shaping the look and feel of the world. One such change can be seen in the lineup speed paint video, where the first change from Buzzardborn as a class to Birdborn can be seen. We've posted a link in a speed painting in Art Corner, and keep the feedback and ideas coming. We are building something awesome together. That was from Thatch, the artist. And apparently they've got new encounters. Thatch, on the 16th of April, posted a thing from WXYZ 7 News. A Florida woman is facing charges while using a kayak in a mall fountain while dressed as a pirate and shouting orders at shoppers. Or on the 26th, a Florida man was arrested for attempting to baptize an alligator in a Waffle House using a pitcher of iced tea. On the 1st of May, a Florida woman has been accused of entering the penguin enclosure to teach them to tap dance using a live alligator as her partner. Jacksonville, Florida PD stated she was also dressed as a pineapple. And then today at 3:59 p.m., and I saw this one. I had saw this one on Tiki-Taki. A Florida man, 45 years old, arrested after building a full tiki bar in the middle of a Walmart parking lot and serving drinks to shoppers for 3 hours before police arrived. So, a Pop Squirrel Circle Club. Yep. Are these all jokes from the game, or are these real news stories? I believe they're real news stories. Or if they're not real news stories, they're pretty close to AI real stories. So, but like I said, it's late. Thank you guys for joining me this week. I want to thank everybody who joined at the beginning and the first live show. Jim and Yokai, good luck on your 5K, Yokai. Puffy Cheeto, I know you're going to be watching this later. Please feel better. I know migraines suck. I've had a few. But yeah, please send all of your questions to roguebardadvice@gmail.com. And hopefully next week my voice will be better, because I was screaming all freaking weekend long. But I couldn't do the show without you guys. I appreciate you, and just have a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend. And remember, if you're here, you be pirate. So take what you want, give nothing back, drink up me hearties yo-ho. And with that, I will bid you all adieu, and I will see you next week. Same Bard time, same Rogue Bard channel. 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. And with that, we're off on another adventure. Thank you all for joining me. I am your host, the Rogue Pirate Archaeologist, the Rogue Thief Pirate Archaeologist, Captain Bartholomew Bones McCoy, or just simply Chris from the Council of Chris's. Good night.